Hey guys, welcome back to Book Talk with Meg. My name is Megan for those of you who don't know. Hi, welcome, hope you stick around. If you decide to, do not forget to click the subscribe button down below. It'll notify you when I upload new videos. Also, if you enjoy, give this video a thumbs up. It'll help me very much. So today I'm here with a June book haul, although it's not exactly the end of June. I have accumulated books from Book Outlet, Amazon, Chapters, you name it, I have it. And so June also brought a few new releases which I could not be stopped from buying, so I'll just share them with you guys. I'll start off with Book Outlet and move my way through. The first three books I've got from Book Outlet are all by the same author, and that is Abby Glines, and they are all part of the CB series. I have Misbehaving, which is book 6, Hold On Tight, which is book 8, and Until the End, which is book 9. The Seabreeze series follows a bunch of friends who live in the Seabreeze and the romantic relationships. This is very romantic focused. It is a little bit for older audiences because it does include a lot of sexual content. It's not for everyone, but I love Abby Glines. I love the way she writes about relationships, and these are kind of my guilty pleasure. I love them. And so when I found these on Book Outlet for super cheap, I decided to grab them. There are 9 books in the series. The next book is also by Abby Glines, and it is The Vincent Boys. This is a duology, and the second book is The Vincent Brothers. And from what I grasped, it follows 2 cousins and then this one girl who I think she has something with both of them. I'm not very sure, but I know it's Abby Glines, and I know there are a lot of good ratings on this book, so I picked it up. The next book I got is The Summer My Life Began by Gerald Greenland. I won't go into detail about this. I have discussed this book in my vacation wrap-up, so if you guys are interested, it is there. You can listen to my thoughts, but I was overall pretty happy with this book. I got it as a scratch and dent, so it's not in the best condition, but I'm still happy. The next book I have is The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Rees Brennan, and Maureen Johnson. This is, I believe, a bunch of short stories on Magnus Bane. You guys know I've started to read The Mortal Instruments and everything that has to do with the Shadowhunter world, so I needed this book. I've been wanting this book because I love Magnus, and I can't wait to finally be able to read it. I also own the audio CD to this, so I might listen to both at the same time, and I wanted the hardcover because it's absolutely gorgeous. Everything about this book makes me happy. The next book I found on Book Outlet, and I was super pleased to, is The Copper Gauntlet by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare, second book in the Magisterium. I talked about the Iron Trial in my last video. Iron Trial is basically a middle grade kind of like magic slash fantasy book. If you guys want to know more, I'll link my last haul below, but this is the second book. I have no idea what it's about. I know it's short. I don't want to spoil myself, but I know Cassandra Clare wrote it. I know Reagan really enjoyed the first book. Therefore, I picked it up, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to like read them back to back, so that's why I got at least the first 2. I did a Book Outlet unboxing of a few books in one of my previous videos, but I decided to mention these books quickly again. I have The Summer of Everything by Katherine Clark, How to Meet Boys by Katherine Clark, and Jersey Angel, which are all contemporary reads. They all have to do with romance. If you guys want to hear more in-depth descriptions of these books, I'll leave my unboxing below. I spend a little bit more time talking about these books. The next book I've got is Juniors by Cowie Hart Hemmings. This, I'm not too sure what it's about. I know it has to do, I believe, with a character, and I believe the setting of this book is in Hawaii. I've never read anything in Hawaii before, so I was really interested, and it seemed like up my alley, and this was totally a cover buy. It wasn't even $2, I believe, so I had no reason not to pick it up. The next book is Sum of the Parts by Hannah Barn Bay. This book follows our main character whose brother passes away, and one day she knows that her brother has actually signed his organ donor card, and that some of the parts of her brother are in other people, and I believe she kind of sets out to meet these other peoples in order to kind of grieve and maybe kind of find parts of her brother somewhere else, because obviously it's kind of hard to let go of someone who isn't completely gone. This book I feel like is going to be a tearjerker. I've heard really good things of this book, although it's not super popular on YouTube, and I'm very pumped for this book. The next book I got at Chapters. They had a few days where they had a free shipping kind of promotion going on, so I looked in their sales and I found Hello, Goodbye, and Everything in Between by Jennifer E. Smith. She has written a lot of books and a lot of people seem to enjoy her contemporary stories. I owned a few of them, but I really was intrigued by this one. The premise of this book is it follows two main characters who are in a relationship and they are kind of going off to college, and I believe this follows one night where they have to kind of decide where the relationship is going, if they're going to keep going or kind of split off. And I believe it's kind of like a trip down memory lane. It looks like a cute read, it's not too long, and I've heard really great things of Jennifer E. Smith, so I decided to pick it up. I then have one of my most anticipated books of 2017, which is Once and For All by Sarah Dessen. This follows our main character who is involved in her mother's wedding planning business, and I believe it's kind of she doesn't believe in forever because of every wedding she's seen, how everybody splits up, and she kind of doesn't believe in love, and I believe another character is out to change that. It seems like a very nice read, but what intrigued me was the wedding planning aspect. I feel like this is going to be super interesting, and I like the different plot. I've never read a book that included wedding planning, but I usually love movies who have that as a premise, so I picked it up, and Sarah Dessen is a very well respected author. The next book I have does not need explaining, but is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone in the 20th anniversary cover. I am not a Gryffindor, I am actually a Hufflepuff, so please don't judge me for getting Gryffindor, but I didn't want to spend money on two books, and I kind of have this attachment where Harry Potter, Hermione, Ron, they're all from Gryffindor, and I just wanted to get this edition, although I am actually a proud Hufflepuff. I swear I am. The next two books go together. They are Return to the Isles of the Lost and Rise of the Isles of the Lost. They are both part of the Descendants kind of novels, the first being Isles of the Lost, and they follow Disney characters that were like, they're the children of evil, so like Maleficent's child and etc, and they kind of go on an adventure. This is more of a middle grade series. I loved Isles of the Lost. I will need to reread this before I read both of them. This book came out this year, end of May I believe, and this is kind of more of a prequel, but I still want to reread before, and this is the second book. The covers to these are absolutely gorgeous, and they are all by Melissa De La Cruz. I then got a classic because I've been telling myself I want to read more classics, and that is The Swiss Family Robinson by Joanne David Weiss. I'm not sure how to pronounce that last name. The last one is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. This is her fantasy novel, and in all honesty it just makes me think of Harry Potter. So either I'm going to love or I'm going to hate this. I don't want to know more about it than what I do now. So that's it for my book haul. It was a little bit rushed because there were several books I needed to get through. Hope you guys enjoyed, and tell me what books you guys bought in the recent month. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!